So why Everyday Heroes? Why am I here? Why did I create this platform? Although it might seem that it's just about workouts and lifestyle and sharing my passion for both fitness and firefighting, it's about so much more than that. The reason that Everyday Heroes was born was a way of me sharing my story and inspiring others to make the changes that I had in my life that allowed me to thrive and not just survive. There was a time not long ago that I was far from the business owner, multi-marathoner, Ironman sitting before you. There was a time when I was a shadow of this person and I was so far from where I am at today. By all metrics, I should have been happy. I had the house, I had the job, I had the wife. I had everything I could ever have hoped for. Getting hired on at the fire department, getting hired on the fire service at 20 years old was beyond my wildest dreams, and it provided me with everything I had, but I feel like I was lacking. Something was missing. I was lost, unmotivated, uninspired. I was 40 pounds heavier than I am now, drinking 3 or 4 times a week. And quite frankly, this is hard for me to say, but I wasn't quite sure that I wanted to live till tomorrow. I think there's basically, a point in anyone's life where they're faced with a decision. I had a choice. I was either going to stay in this place or I needed to make a change, and that's ultimately what I decided to do. I did the very cliche thing and I decided to run a marathon, which in hindsight was probably the most monumental shift in my life. As I began to make this new goal a priority, I had something to work towards. I had something to aspire towards. Evenings out drinking and late nights became early morning runs, and all of a sudden I started to see these little glimmers of my former self again. And basically from there was a journey of self-discovery, self-challenge, and ultimately it's what brought me here. And I think seeing the change from where I was to where I am now made me very excited. It made me almost feel obligated that I had to share my message, because there were so many people that I had met and I had come across that shared these sentiments, and ultimately I resonated with them. I understood where they were at, and I truly felt a need to help. And that's ultimately why I am here today, is giving you guys and sharing with you guys the tools, the strategies that I've implemented in order to allow me to get where I'm at today. One of the analogies that I always like to use with the clients that I work with now through this platform, Everyday Heroes, is that of a bow and arrow. I think when people come to me and that they say they want to get stronger and improve endurance, that's the equivalent of pulling the bow back this far. But when I have individuals that come to me and say they're no longer happy at the person they see in the mirror, they feel like they're a liability, not an asset at work. They feel they're not able to show up as their best for their wife, for their children, for the people that they love. That's like pulling this bow this far back. And what we need to understand is when you let go of that thing, your potential is so much greater. And whether you are in that journey, whether you're struggling and in the pit of despair, I want you to know that you are the most dangerous when you're there, because again, the opportunity in the future is so much greater when you're able to turn your pain into purpose. So that is ultimately why I'm here. That is a story that I want to communicate and share with you guys, and that's why I'm sharing my life. Getting in front of a camera and saying these things is not easy. It's difficult. As someone that had so much pride, years ago, the thought of even saying these things is completely foreign to me. But what I've realized is ultimately vulnerability is the greatest sign of strength, and the method or the philosophy that I live my life by now is, if I'm able to make another person breathe easier because of my existence, even if it's one person, then my life is a success. So I hope I can be here to motivate and inspire you guys to be better, to be fit for duty and fit for life. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you soon.